You can go ahead. Okay. Boom. All right, all right, all right. Folks, we are live coming at you on this day, May 29th, 2025. It's your boys, Zoe. Appreciate you being here with me, man.
Absolutely. Back in the place with you, my guy.
Indeed, indeed,
Got
indeed.
to.
Hey, folks, we're coming to you, of course, on a Thursday night. So it's a Thursday Thursday.
Thursdays.
Indeed.
You join in today. We normally do Whiskey Wednesdays, but due to some amazing celebrations yesterday,
Absolutely.
guess you say my niece,
Yeah.
this man's daughter right here, graduated high school. On to
Indeed.
some amazing endeavor. So we coming to you on a Thursday.
For sure. Yeah, 2 graduations this week. My eldest, Gabby, congratulations. Once again, she graduated from high school, and my middle daughter, Danielle, graduated from 8th grade, man. So she's leaving a school that she spent her 11 years of her
Wow.
13 years.
All in the same school?
14 years now. She just had a birthday. For 11 years, man, since the age of 3. She has been a part of this school community, and as you know, has been our family for, gosh, now 12 years. 12 years. Yeah. So it's a great community. Shout out to everybody at St. Mary's of the Assumption School out in Upper Marlboro, Maryland, as well as Elizabeth Seton High School in Bladensburg.
Yes.
You know, 2 big graduations, and congratulations to my daughters, and happy belated birthday to a couple of them. It's been birthday month. It's been a busy month, folks. So it's great to be able to finally this week have a little sun shining for a little bit today.
A little bit, yep.
It wasn't much, but we had a little bit today, right? And as well have completed some celebrations. The celebrations continue, but here with my guy Zoe right now.
How to get started.
Finally, I can have a little bit of whiskey for my week, man. The first whiskey I think I've had all week.
Wow. I'm 4 days ahead of you, sir. 4 days, 4 nights.
Good for you, brother. Good for you, man.
We'll start with this water rinse on this amazing day.
Yeah, put a little chill on that glass. Hey, everybody, see this Lost Whiskey rack here? It's one of the most boss racks I've ever seen in my life. All metal, fabricated, hand fabricated out there at Lost Whiskey Club in Fairfax. And it holds 8 bottles plus the case down below of the 375 bottlings. So shout out to everybody out there at Lost Whiskey Club. Mark, Nick, and of course, Matt.
M-Dog.
Yeah, M-Dog Stennett himself. I believe Matt may have fabricated this.
I think he did.
Yeah, I think he did the welding on that and dropped it off yesterday. So shout out to him. He's busy today. He can't be part of our trio tonight, but shout out to him. Shout out to Mike. Shout out to all the crew out there.
Lost Whiskey.
Indeed, at Lost Whiskey Club, as well as, the Chaslickers crew that is in tonight. So
Absolutely.
We're going to get this thing started. It's a fun lineup. We bought out a couple old favorites, some things that we may have opened in the past, some things that have been really sitting back there for a while, especially the one that we're going to start with.
Yeah.
And we'll have a fresh crack right here mid-screen, mid-table right here. A rare character, limited edition, and it should be fun. So we're going to see what we get, folks. But go ahead if you wouldn't mind doing the honors, Zoe.
Started. Michter's Toasted.
Indeed. Let's flash it on up there, folks. It is the
here.
toasted barrel finish of their sour mash recipe. And so definitely excited to get into this one. Let's see what we have. Hey, cheers, Zoe.
Cheers.
Happy Thirsty Thursday, man.
Happy Thursday. It's our first Thirsty Thursday.
Indeed. All right. Absolutely. So hopefully we can see it there. I'm sorry, Zoe. I'm splitting the screen here. But this is, in all, this is honestly a bourbon mash bill, right? So this is honestly a bourbon mash bill in that you have mostly corn here, um, but also a good bit of rye, a little bit of malted barley, but it's not aged in brand new American oak, right? It's not aged for brand new American oak. And it potentially can, it does it, is it 51% or more corn? It doesn't have to be, right? They really don't give you the mash bill.
Right.
Something that Michter's kind of keeps close to the vest. But of course, a bourbon has to be 51% or more corn. A rye whiskey has to be 51% or more rye. And then, of course, you have secondary and third grains that come into play. But this is going to be a production that doesn't have to meet those requirements, nor does it have to be aged in brand new American oak barrels. Some folks might liken this to some of your American whiskeys, right? We have this American whiskey category that is also in effect with some of these, without some of these parameters for bourbon or rye requirements that kind of open up a new lane, right? So while Michter's makes an American whiskey as well, this is something I think they have a lot of fun with. And that certainly in the Toasted series is a very popular expression. In their standard lineup, in their standard series, the sour mash isn't always as beloved.
Right.
You know, folks go more so for probably the other four, the American whiskey, bourbon, and rye before the sour mash, but the Toasted sour mash is always one that is highly sought after.
You know, I actually like, you know, it wasn't too long ago I found out what a sour mash was. And
Yeah.
definitely not what I was thinking that meant.
Do you want to share what you learned?
So if I'm correct, it's a blend of whiskey that they already have made, or the mash that they already have made, blended with a new mash. If I'm correct.
Yeah,
So
you're on
unique nuances, and I think it's something fun to play with.
You're on target for fermentation processes. Folks really associate it with bread production,
Right.
Like a sourdough bread,
bread,
where you always keep a portion of your last batch,
right,
or you have your starter, your mother. You know, you have that starter.
I wonder how they keep
production.
that fresh, cold in the refrigerator. They just keep it cold.
Yeah, absolutely. And so that helps. That helps with starting fermentation.
Okay.
Right, and it helps you get a consistency from batch to batch.
That's
The opposite of the sour mash is the sweet mash style, and you start with all new grains, you start with all new yeasts and so forth. But with that, you can sometimes have a little bit more variation of batch, flavors. You have to really make sure that your science is on target so that you get, something that, of course, at the end is going to be exceptional,
delicious.
Right? But then also the sour mashes usually do have just a little bit of funk kind of behind it, a little bit of that age profile, in my opinion. How real that is, I don't know. Most of your productions of whiskeys, of bourbons are sour mash. They don't always say it, but most of them are sour mash. Like some of those who have really been at the forefront of the sweet mash styles are some of the newer entities, micro distillers and all, that are really doing something more in an artisan way.
The nosing is nice. You have some of those wet barrel characteristics for me. It's fragrant.
Yeah.
I can't really say like rose or something, and I don't want to use the word perfume because that's like that'll throw you off. And
I think you're
some
for sure
fragrant.
with the bit of rose, a little bit of like the cinnamon there.
I
I always go potpourri a little bit. A little bit of dried flowers,
Okay.
a little bit of dried citrus,
Again, the total
a little
opposite when it's
cinnamon,
sour. Total
Yeah, I mean, the thing about it is don't associate
sour.
like a sweet mash with
Right.
a sweet whiskey or a sour mash with a sour whiskey. If anything, it's probably the opposite. The sour mashes usually tend to have a little bit more of that kind of, a little bit more flavor across the palate, a little more generous kind of unctuous flavors
There's some freshness.
or palate, I should say.
There's some freshness.
Yeah. The weight of it is a little bit different. Your sweet mashes tend to be a little bit more laser-like, a little bit more focused sometimes. So it's kind of the opposite of how it sounds. Shout out to everybody who's joining us. Oh, M. Will, that my bad, bro.
M. Will.
My bad.
What's up, my guy?
Ooh, I heard what happened, man.
Yeah.
And I saw that was you, bro. I'm sorry about that, man. Hey, if we get any more of it, I'll keep it to the side, but we have to work something out, some other small batch products that come in. So you'll be on the forefront. You'll be at the top of the list, bro.
The legs on this thing, the oils.
Yeah. So this is Michter's, Anna.
It's been a while since we had to say that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, great nose though, right? This toasted really does give you some of those more developed, more creamy notes, almost a little bit of a bread pudding, like unctuous. Throwing that out there to the baker.
I think I'm getting this brioche bready thing, but nothing sweet with the breading. Like pretzel or something,
Mm-hmm. Oh, that's nice.
Proof of it.
Yeah, what proof is that, bro?
Oh, this used to be my range.
I used to be.
This the old
I like
me.
that. That's the old you right
Yeah,
there.
this the old me. What 86 proof?
Wow,
So,
that's it, huh?
Yeah. The old me.
Yeah.
That's delicious. The way it covers the palate. The oils in there, some creaminess going on. Wow. It's been a while since I had that. I remember it being more spirit on it. I don't know why I feel that way, but I feel like it had more spirit when I first tried it.
Okay.
Maybe that was the new part of my life when I started drinking whiskey.
Right, probably. But there's the standard sour mash and there's the toasted sour mash. You think it was this bottle? Because we've had this one in the past, right?
Yeah.
Oh, let me give you all a little scrolling action. This is what we're drinking here. Boom, Michter's.
I don't know. I just it's very delicious. I just don't know why I thought it was a higher proof.
Gotcha. Okay. Indeed. Well, of course, in some of their bottlings, they a lot of those that we love, they do go higher proof points. But yeah, this one I think is solid where it is, but it certainly gives you easy approachability, very easy, a very easy drinking experience. At 86, there's no ABV on this for me, right?
I'm getting a lot of sweeter tones on the very finish.
Yeah.
I wouldn't call it candy, but some sweeter. I can't call it caramel either. Some sugars maybe.
That's why I kind of still put it into like a bread pudding. It's sweet, but it's breaded, but it's not candy, right?
It's not candy.
It's warm, very easy drinking. That's good, man. That's drinking really well.
Cinnamon.
A great way to start the lineup, I would say. We had to move something a little further down the tasting order.
But you keep talking about bread pudding, banana pudding, like that's kind of like.
That's true.
It
So we'll start with bread pudding and with banana pudding.
It,
Yeah. Indeed, you good. You that good, bro.
I think this is a solid way to start the night off.
Yeah, me too, man. Absolutely.
I guess we wouldn't call this a unicorn. Maybe a sought after bottle.
It's highly sought after. Yeah.
I don't think we will put that word unicorn on this bottle though.
Right.
Wow.
Yeah, not unicorn. But gosh, go ahead and let's get it rated up.
We're gonna do this water rinse while we rate. I don't know. I like it. It's solid. Very approachable. That toasted char on there gives it some elements of deliciousness. I think in the finish it's getting too structured for me. For me, it's getting too oak on the long end game finish.
Okay.
I'm just drying my tongue out a little bit with the structures.
Yeah.
I mean, everyday drinking, delicious. What's the price point around this?
That's one of those where, you know, you aren't going to find it on the shelves all of the time. It is a bit more of a unique, limited,
Rarity.
rarity. So I would say that you're probably, excuse me, you're probably as high as maybe 300. Let's see if I'm right on that these days. Actually haven't looked at this in a while.
I mean, but 300. I mean, low end you might see about what 179 maybe. On the low end maybe.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah. So online you see like between 250 and 400,
Okay.
right?
Wow, 250 and 400.
Yeah, that range. And of course, you know, when you go online these days, you never know if those are actually products that are in stock or that it's just, you know, clickbait, you know, get you to the site first. And you never really know if it's truly in stock until you do a little bit more digging and you click on a few more buttons potentially. But you know, it's definitely something that isn't part of their standard core, and so you rarely will see these just kind of sitting on the shelves, right? Yeah, probably as low. I mean, if you excellent price ABC store, that type of thing, you might find it for maybe about 120, 100, somewhere in there, 150 maybe. But yeah, that's a unicorn, right? That's a unicorn drop.
I guess it is a unicorn. We were
When it
debating that.
Yeah, absolutely. I will put this in unicorn status for sure. This one, the barrel strength rye.
Man, that just had another drop this week.
Yep.
Gotta get a bottle.
Indeed. The 10-year-old bourbon and rye, as well as the 20-year, of course, you know, bourbon.
I'm going to give this a solid 7.5. Solid.
Okay.
7.5.
Mm-hmm.
It didn't quite wow me, but it's definitely delicious. It's tasty. You get one, you put it on your bar, you keep it for a while. It's definitely one of those things you hold your head up high about.
Yep. Absolutely. Yeah, for me, I would love it. I would love if it was just a slightly higher ABV.
That too. That's what's getting me like,
Yeah.
You want to add some more tones, some more flavors that came around with that the ABV.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, that's kind of got me like,
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
Low proof just don't do it for me.
Yeah.
I'm in the new round, baby.
Right. But I will say it's been open for quite a while now, like probably a year, maybe more than a year at this point. And so we probably have lost a little bit of some of the energy and intensities. But what's still there in the bottle, I think, is beautiful. That's so easy to drink and unbelievably balanced. It's not a bourbon. It's not a rye. It's their sour mash that is aged in used barrels. And I think it's delicious, right?
Definitely delicious.
Yeah, I give it an 8, man. I'm going to 8. Okay. Yeah, I'm starting off.
Here we go. That's what Burnie does.
I'm starting off pretty strong with an 8 for the Michter's limited release, toasted barrel finish, sour mash whiskey from, of course, the great Michter's distillery. It is they're out of Kentucky, and you know, they tout themselves as the U.S.'s first distillery, originally opened in Pennsylvania. So if you see the bomb, yeah.
Gonna be a little.
See the shanks and the bomb burgers and so forth.
Bomb burgers.
Yeah, that's part of their history. That's part of their group.
Shanks.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Get a bottle on the way.
That'll be dope, man. Why not? Let's do it. So, folks, yeah, that was the Michter's, and it was delicious. Yeah, I like that, man. You got your water rinse in already?
Yeah, I got my water rinse in. I'm doing another one, though. Drink responsible, folks.
For sure. Hydrate.
Hydrate between your drams.
Indeed. So, yeah, everybody, thanks so much for joining in. Zoe has his IG live as well.
Yep.
From the ZoCam.
The ZoCam is up.
Indeed.
I'm excited about this one, folks.
What is that? Another toasted product?
Another toasted, folks. We opened this originally It's been about 8 or so months or more. It was good. It didn't wow me. I think it needed to breathe. It was like structured. It tastes so streamlined and like I knew there was more. Especially look at the color on this. Look at the color. Oh, I'm looking at mine.
Mm-hmm.
But look, I knew there was way more to this bottle with this color. So
Yeah.
I cracked it 4 months ago. I was like, okay, it's a little better.
Okay.
And last night while watching the game, I had a pour or two, and I was like, wow, this is way different from
Yep.
4 months ago, from day one. And I
Okay.
said, I gotta go share with Burn.
Indeed. 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 So folks were switching it up, and I'm glad you had that thought to share with your boy, because I am looking forward to this one,
You see
folks.
the smell coming out of the bottle already?
Yeah,
Man, folks, this is
shout out
delicious.
to the folks at Peerless as well. I mean, their product's been older. I remember that when they were only releasing 24-month product, right? They were the new kids on the block coming to town, making rye whiskey. So they didn't really threaten much, and so that was certainly strategic for them to really focus on and develop a rye whiskey program that, amongst all the other producers that were at that time so strong bourbon heavy. This is about, what, 10 years ago now, 12 years ago at this point, something like that maybe. They eventually started dropping bourbons. They've always been a premium product. They were kind of initially on that, when it drops, it drops. It's one of those prestige joint, distributed productions that I remember, oh, you have an allocation of 3 bottles or a case for a while,
Right.
But then also they were like releasing, a rye whiskey that was certainly in that 120 range at that time, about $120 for their early rye. And of course, Whistle Pig had just been, in the market a couple years before at an $80 price point, which elevated the rye, category. But they came in, they were at a 120, kind of out of the gate for
They
24-month aged
they
product.
are a little pricey.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
But folks, we do not. This lineup was put together today when we got in store, and we were just talking to you about sour mash.
Mm-hmm.
We have a sweet mash. Didn't even know.
Now it's a sweet
We
mash.
didn't even
Yep.
put this
And
together,
what did
though,
we say?
folks.
It's the smaller, more artisan producers that'll do
Yeah.
a sweet mash.
And
Yep.
also, we go toasted, and we give you both sides of the spectrum.
Indeed. Indeed. Now this is a proper bourbon, right, Zoe?
Yes.
There's a proper bourbon here. And so we are talking about something that is majority corn. I don't know if they are doing much to give us information as far as the mash bill. You see any mash bill information on there?
Mash bill.
Okay.
Folks, some of these companies are, if mom, grandma had her recipes, I got my recipes, techniques that you just don't share.
You just don't want to let the cat out of the bag, I guess, right?
I'm making what you like, but don't ask me how I made it. And I mean, they have the right to that, right?
Hey, absolutely, absolutely.
There's but so much they can change. They have to meet the requirements.
For sure,
So-
for sure. Well, for this bourbon, and like they're still, probably around that 120-ish to 150 price point on something like this. I don't know how much waves they're making kind of on the secondary market. The lowest I see it, somebody may have it for like 100.
At the low end.
Yeah, but is that the toasted? Yeah, that's a very low end. Um, yeah,
This made me a fan.
I see.
A few of my other
Oh, this one made you a fan. Okay.
Peerless, Cookwood. It wasn't really, but this, after it opened up and blossomed, this made me a fan.
Indeed.
The
So
nose
with
on
them, of course, this is going to be more of a high rye mash bill,
it. Nose on it.
just because they do so well at their rye. Yeah, the nose
The
is
color.
beautiful, and it's also a little bit more streamlined. So, it doesn't seem so corn heavy aromatically. There's a heavy rye in this, and we are talking about something that's kind of in the 5 years or so. Definitely over 4.
Over
I think
4.
they're saying potentially 5.
I get a lot of burnt sugars on these. Like creme brulee, that caramelized toasted sugar.
Yeah, yeah. Like very
That
freshly
little bit
toasted,
that
right?
burns on the crust of your pie, when you're cooking.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so the baking spices are there. All these flavors of the rye show up.
Oh yeah, 5 years.
Yeah.
That is so
There's
smooth.
Yeah, we do hop in ABV from 86 proof up to 110 and a half, right? So
The proof is there.
the proof is
Spirit
there.
note, yep,
Okay.
it's in balance. It's all this creaminess and all these sugars and these tastes jumping out.
Mm-hmm.
And on the finish, you get all this heat that comes through,
Mm-hmm.
cleanses the palate, get you ready for your next bite. I mean, there's a chew to this toasted,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
like toffee or some caramels, nougat.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. The cinnamons are coming up for sure.
You know what's so crazy? I compare almost everything to Coy Hill now.
Oh, really?
That's just like one of my standards. Like right
Mm.
now, and
Mm.
it is very, very. That is delicious.
Absolutely. That is.
I can't speak for
Oh,
you, but
we're
I don't
actually
think you remember it being that good.
I don't think so. This is actually batch 3, folks. And yeah, absolutely. Shout out B Ballard. Yeah, batch 4 is pretty good. Nice. You seen the batch 4? We might have to come up on a batch 4. I didn't put the batch number on here, I don't believe.
Oh, I didn't know we were on 4.
But
Might have to release 4 in a week or two, maybe.
well, it's out there in the marketplace.
Hey, shout out to everybody on my feed. Thanks for joining in. See what's going on. Say hi. Appreciate you.
Indeed.
Yeah.
Chase Infinity, what's happening?
Chase.
Where's the RC? Hey, that rare character. We got it right here, the bourbon, bro.
Yeah.
Indeed. Oh, the rye is gone, though. I'm sorry.
Yeah, we need some more rye.
Shout out to Matt, man. He came through earlier. I'm sorry, bro.
Mm-hmm. But nah, this is delicious. Some more of that wet
There's a little bit of a
characteristic on the nose.
yeah. I'm getting a little bit of a, I don't know, something that's reminding me of gingerbread a little bit.
Gingerbread.
A little bit of gingerbread, like a boozy gingerbread.
Boozy gingerbread.
Yeah.
Boozy gingerbread.
A little hint of licorice. Nothing that's too offensive, but it's the alcohol spirit side of this for me that gives me a little bit of licorice anise-like note.
I can see that on
But
the palate on the finish.
On the palate as well. Yeah. Okay.
I don't know. Maybe I need to rinse my glass out a little bit better. Or maybe. I don't know. Getting some. Did I say fragrance again? Like, is it me? I don't know, but this won me over when I was sipping it last night. I was like, man, this is good. Not like I remember. Batch 4.
Wow.
Coats the palate.
Uh-huh.
I like those sweet tones. This is drinking really well.
It is. It is definitely drinking well. It is definitely drinking well. Let's keep that Peerless up there.
Wow, I want to see how would it be at the 20% full, you know?
Exactly, because it's been open. How long you said?
Probably 8 to 10 months, maybe.
8 to
Gotta be
10?
8 to 10 months. I forgot I even had the bottle. So I know we didn't. We're what, month 5, and
Yeah.
I know we didn't drink it this year.
Mm-hmm.
I definitely didn't bring this out December, Christmas, November. Didn't bring it out.
Right.
I mean, I think it might be between 8 and 12 months.
Okay. Yeah, it's nice. It showcases some of that rye, which definitely keeps the corn in check, right? It keeps a little bit of grassy herbaceousness right down the center of your palate, especially in the finish. A little bit of that anise aromatically, and I think it goes a little bit more grassy for me than full on anise kind of on the palate. But then around it, you get like this ginger, the cinnamon notes,
Clove,
maybe some clove in there.
some clove.
Some toasted characteristic for sure. is there as well, that toasted barrel. But at the same time, it's we're at a higher proof, so it doesn't quite give you that unctuous characteristic as the Michter's does. Once again, it drives everything up flavor wise, I would say, into a slightly more narrow profile, compared to the Michter's, and that's just due to proof. But I would say that some of the complexities, we know that this is not kind of teetering in two areas with a softer barrel
Right.
profile that the Michter sour mash has.
This was a new barrel,
right?
This would be...
Yeah. If it was the bourbon, right? The toasted bourbon or something like that. This is actually bourbon. It is a high rye bourbon. So we get into very much specifics here with brand new American oak, white oak casks for the original aging that's toasted, to a heavier degree.
I think this is drinking really easy at that proof. Once the palate adjusted from the first sip, then we go to the second and third sip. This drinking so easy. I can't wait. I mean, just the thought of this batch 4, like I can't wait.
Yeah, even in the background, a little bit maybe of a tobacco, like a wet tobacco note, little tea-like note.
I guess
spices again.
Tea.
There's a shadow of this flavor, like the shadow of flavors in the background,
shadow of flavors, folks. This guy
dropping a shadow all in the back palate.
Good at making it as
like it doesn't give you like that mid palate like flavor
you don't think so?
profile. In the back, there's more happening like back near your tonsils, man.
Amazing.
It's back near your tonsils, bro.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Whoa. But nah, that front palate sweetness, yo.
Moving on. Let's give this a rating, bro.
That Sipping Brothers drink?
Yeah, I need to pause that. But certain. Yeah, that was reckless.
See, now you're making me have to go back and think about my rating for this, man. I'm gonna go.
I mean, it's just different.
They're different.
Just different.
I think I'll sit at. Trying to put this at 8 would be too much. I'm gonna go 7.75. I mean 7.5.
7.5 on this one.
7.5. Different characteristics. Okay. Worth the money. I can't really like give it an 8 because that now you're joining a different company once you like give something an 8. I know Burnie gave out an 8 here. He's a Michter fanatic. But Peerless, this is delicious. Can't really go 8 because that's like the category 8 is like some crazy people I put in the 8 category. So this you go right underneath that with this one, but definitely buy it again. So I'm gonna go 7.5.
Okay. Bad. Lonzo gives it a 7.5. I'm giving it a 7.75. I like it quite a bit. It's one of those that I would it probably has a 7.75, maybe a 7.5 for me as well. Depending on the vibe. I would maybe want this in a tasting lineup where I have somewhat sweeter whiskeys along, because it really is showing a lot more of the rye characteristic right now. And I don't think it's at perfect balance in the mid palate. I think it carries the ABV quite well at 110.5. Like that's not an issue at all.
Nah.
The ABV is not an issue at all.
Good.
Yeah.
This might even
and
been hotter when I first opened it.
That's
so
why
I enjoy those flavors.
Right. I'll be comfortably at 7.75. Could do a 7.5, but 7.75 is where I'm at on that one. So toasted, I like some of the barrel characteristics, some of those extra kind of nuances that it displays. It's interesting because the back of the palate, there's a lot of flavor.
That goes to say, like we say all the time, some whiskeys need to breathe. They need to sit on your shelf for a while so you can enjoy, so they can change.
Just the fact that they do.
They do.
That they do change with some time.
But learning this, how many whiskeys I just counted out because I didn't like it. And I'm like, damn, what if I would have kept those bottles?
Or some that you open up and it's drinking so well, you're like, oh, I don't want to touch it. I want to put it.
And then you get to it,
it's like, what happened? It's not the same. It's not as good as I remembered it, right?
They say, damn you do, damn you don't. Okay.
Well, folks, that was our rating for the Peerless Kentucky Straight Bourbon Small Batch. It is a sweet mash. It's a sweet mash. It is their Toasted series. Their Toasted uh, batch number 3,
Great.
Kentucky Straight Bourbon.
Non-chill.
110.5 proof. It's non-chill filter. Is everything artisan, right? These artisan distilleries, these days they're doing sweet mash styles. They're doing everything fresh grain, fresh mash, fresh, fermentation, all these things. And so it's a different energy to those whiskeys. They sometimes can have the potential to be very precise and specific in their own lane. They don't quite give you that rounded out flavor as many times in the mid palate that, people expect many times from your big batch producers. There are people who have come in who have said, hey, Burnie, some of these smaller batch are just a little too intense, a little bit too kind of edgy. For me. I like some of those richer, smoother flavors, that are common in, all the big brands that I kind of grew up
Right.
on. I'm not really getting into some of the new make stuff. Well, many times that's a difference between the sour mash and the sweet mash, right? I don't mind, and I really like, sweet mash, especially if it comes off well. And I appreciate sour mash if you do it well. So it's no kind of perfect, way to go necessarily. It's just how it's executed, right? So that was good stuff, man.
That was definitely good stuff.
Indeed.
I feel like this is Bernie's turn to open a rare character bottle because
Oh,
I
man.
struggle with these, and I think it's your turn to struggle. I'm up here looking like I can't get out of a wet paper bag when I open these bottles. It is not a game.
Indeed. Well, folks, this is the rare character. It is a 2025 drop. This is batch 2 of 2025 of their straight bourbon whiskey. We're coming in at 121.46 proof points. Yeah, is this the first fresh crack of rare character that I've done?
This is
Oh, my. I think it might be.
It's not easy about these. I'm
And
telling you.
you said, hey, Vern, you might want to
give him a knife.
you might want to start it a little early because it's not easy.
Put a blowtorch to that,
He
something.
said because it's not easy to get
Those things are
into.
crazy. I'm telling you.
And
Why?
so I said,
why
all
you doing
right,
that, folks?
bet.
He might be there a little while. So
But he has to understand, folks.
you're the master of opening bottles.
Got to understand sometimes. Yeah, bro.
Don't rip the coil. You're gonna be.
Yeah, I
you're
better
gonna
not
be-
speak
you're
too
gonna be
soon.
Yeah, don't speak too soon. As soon as I get
doing
right
well.
here, that's when it breaks.
I'm doing well.
Well done.
I appreciate that, sir.
They say sometimes the teacher becomes the master. So well done.
Sometimes the teacher becomes the master. Is that what they say?
Yeah.
I thought it was the student becomes the master.
Bernie, they let me just go. I was just trying to go with it. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying? All right.
Yeah.
Yeah, folks, I said that
Teacher
wrong.
maintains his status as
I guess that's what they say.
a sensei. Indeed.
You jumped up in
Indeed.
ABV again.
Yes, for sure. Absolutely. Folks, fresh crack. Fresh crack. As you see right here, we've been repping up these bottles for maybe 2-3 weeks now. We've had some of these rare characters, 2025 batch 2s in. The ryes were also on the shelves for a little while.
Rise gone.
So sorry, folks.
And
The
Will. Sorry
ryes
about that. And Will.
are gone. Man, oh man. Ooh, they were the hot commodity. Everybody was chasing those ryes.
Rye was so good. Batch
It
1 was
was,
good.
it
I
was,
missed
it
batch
was.
2.
Yep.
I'm
As a matter
saying.
of fact, we were supposed to put batch 2. We said we were going to put batch 2 on Whiskey Wednesday.
Yeah, I'm saying.
But literally, they don't last very long, folks. But our first drop of the bourbons flew out of the door. We were able to get another drop of bourbon, a full case plus, maybe 1 or 2. But for the rye, we got 1 or 2 extra bottles, and those are gone. So what a treat to have rare character.
Rare character.
Fresh
Limited
crack.
release.
Indeed. Good nose. We're at 121.46 proof. And while you get some ABV, it's warm ABV. It's like just standing next to the grill. You can smell the charcoal a little bit, and you know it's hot. It's a little bit.
Next to the
Yeah, like you just go up, you lit the coals,
And you jump back when the flame go up.
yeah,
Yeah.
jump back when flame go up. Absolutely.
That just happened to me this weekend.
That's what the
Yeah, I had to jump back.
that's what the nose is. So it's not offensive. You're excited about it, right? It's like, okay, we're gonna have some good grilling going on, right?
Yo, this is way better than batch one.
He said it first, folks.
Crazy.
So everyone that had the batch one that was sleeping on batch two, maybe that's not.
Yeah, I was sleeping. Maybe
that's not the
batch
right
one
way to
didn't
go.
wow me.
Right.
This is delicious.
Indeed.
I mean, I kind of skipped the nose pop. My fault. I was excited, folks. Sorry about that. But this is better than batch one. Crazy.
Yeah, very complete aromatics. There's a corn profile that's there, followed up by some rye, but
some honey.
Yeah, the rye is, the combination is very honey, spicy honey, habanero honey.
Habanero honey, folks. Drew Beard, did you hear that? Habanero honey.
Little habanero honey, folks.
Yeah, put that in your notes. Habanero honey.
Indeed.
Yo, this is beautiful.
Gosh.
Wait till you taste this whiskey. I got it. Folks, it's only going to be 3 left, folks. I'm sorry to tell you that. It's only going to be 3 left. One of those will go home. The way it handles that ABV once your second sip, your palate is going to change with the spirit because we went up. It only gets better. That corn is like sweet corn.
Wow. Oh my gosh.
It's an abundance of flavor in this palate.
Woo!
The whole palate, though.
Cinnamon like a mug, too. First sip, it's still spices, but then we got into like a little bit of candied fireball like note.
Yeah, candy fireball. I'm going to bring batch one so we can compare.
Wow, but it's full flavored and it's ticking away at 7 seconds, 10 seconds, 15 seconds. It's just starting to feather out, but you still have some of the sweet notes, some of the spicy flavors.
This one is just crazy.
The honey-like profile.
Yo, this is.
You called it with the honey for sure.
This is drinking so good, like natural honey, not sweetened honey.
Like literally, you created a habanero honey glaze, man.
Habanero.
Like fresh.
You keep saying that. What are you hitting that honey? Habanero honey on a biscuit or something?
No, you need to find something to do with that.
It.
Yeah, man. Indeed.
Something new.
Ooh, man. I don't know if that would be. That might need to be a salmon dish.
Salmon.
Yeah, grilled salmon. This, a drizzle, maybe a little pineapple or something.
Hey, that wouldn't be too bad.
Right, with this as part of the high end. $100 per plate.
Yeah, that's how much folks. The restaurant's coming soon, so get your dollars ready.
100 per plate.
They say what? Pay the man.
Pay him.
The nose opens up after you drink it. I couldn't really smell, but so many. There wasn't much out. This was given to me. But after I drank it, there's so much more in the nose.
Yeah.
Yo, I gotta get a bottle of this. I was just saying I was not impressed with all the limited releases. Like this really just. Oh, I gotta think twice.
Right. No doubt. Shout out to Extra Pulp in the house. What's going on, brother? Got it.
Yo, the third sip get even better.
Love the handle, bro.
Third sip get even better.
Yeah. Folks, also never judge your whiskey on your first sip, because that second sip, first sip, everything was so intense. Second sip, mellowed.
Third sip is even better.
Just everything is mellowed. You still get the honey, you still get the spices. You get a little bit of a citrus. Here, maybe it was because so my Extra Pulp, I'm thinking like a little bit of an orange, or that I was talking about pineapple and the glaze, getting like maybe a little bit of a orange, spritz in the glaze, or grated orange.
Spritz.
A little bit of grated orange in that. in that and zest over that glaze.
Oh, that's
Wow. Some toasted notes, you know.
some. You said that you hit it on that grill. I'm getting some of this smoke, like bacon smoke, like that smell, like like smoked turkey. When you cook it in the kitchen, you get like that nice whiff of like that smoke, cured meat. It's some of that.
Like a little bit of char, a little bit of burning.
A little char, but
Okay.
more so with
Probably
the
not
fragrance
bacon
of
though. For
actually.
me, bacon like that.
That's why I said
That
turkey.
triggers.
That's why I said turkey.
Yes.
I'm
More of a
going turkey
bacon?
wings, like smoked
Turkey
turkey.
wing. Okay. Okay. Indeed.
Oh, that's good stuff.
It is good, folks. So I don't know why these rare character
Yeah, I'm getting one of
batch
those.
number 2
Definitely
straight
getting
bourbons
batch two,
are
batch
still
one,
sitting on the
batch
shelf.
one I was kind of high, but batch two, yeah, it's got to go. I got to get it back. I got to get a bottle. Definitely, folks. At that price, at the price too.
Whew, why am I only at $99.99 on these bad boys?
Yeah, I gotta get a bottle. I gotta get a bottle. Yeah, you
Goodness gracious.
$100, folks. Small batch, limited release.
No
Father's
doubt.
Day is coming up.
Father's Day
You
is
want
coming
something
up.
special, limited release, can't find it. There's a lot of people that's probably more than $99.99. I bet you.
Oh, everybody's coming in, buying them like crazy
Father's
because
Day,
they're only $99.
Uncle's Day, Cousin's Day, Mentor's Day, Father Figure Day, whatever you want to call it, Stepfather Day. You know, this is a prime gift for a male in your life that you want to celebrate that drinks whiskey.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So, you know, those that's listening out there, you know.
Well, you say you want a
Uncles,
bottle, you better grab me
trying to
before
double
they
up,
all hear
trying to
about
double
it.
up.
Indeed.
Uncle's Day, you know,
Oh,
that's
wow.
there. Best Friend Day, you know, that's been a good friend of your life on this Father's Day, you know.
Right. All right. Wow. That's so complete. Once again, at 121.46,
It don't
you
even
have an
taste like
ABV
that.
that
Mr.
after
Apologize.
the first, approach and sip, I was getting a little bit of ABV. It was
Right.
very approachable. You know, I was excited about like the ABV. It wasn't like, ooh, that's, smelling super alcoholic or
Right.
anything like that. It wasn't that way, but you smelled it and helped lift some of the flavors, kind of gave you a toastiness, fire,
Baby Daddy Day. I mean,
it's
hey.
of course.
Until you're married or whatever, I guess that's what we got to be. Just saying.
Indeed. Or does it count after? I don't know.
Nah.
Okay. But it was so approachable. But then second sip, there is no ABV that can be detected in any type of negative way. It helps just with the flavors.
I think I'm on my fifth sip, and there's no alcohol to it. There's nothing but abundance of flavor.
Wow.
I want to taste this in a Manhattan. I think there's enough citrus and some little bit of like this bitterness in a good way.
Old fashioned
Did
for
I?
me, bro.
Old fashioned?
Yeah. Manhattan, it'll
Old
do
fashioned
well.
The one with the bitters.
Just bitters, just some bitters, and sometimes they sweeten it up a little bit, and a twist of orange.
So it's old fashioned.
Old fashioned, right?
I mean, I say Manhattans because I like black Manhattans, so that's always the first thing I say. But
now, of course, it would kill in that, but you got to use good vermouth. You got to use, of course,
only
Grey Tomorrow, right?
That's the only way to drink.
Indeed. For
drinking bad, you ain't drinking at all.
Right. So yeah, go Amaro as opposed to vermouth, or a combination of Amaro and a quality vermouth. It would make great Manhattans.
This would.
Old fashions as well.
I believe Manhattans and old fashions should not be made with anything under 115 proof.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, if you're using 80 proof or 90, 104, like, you're gonna have a sweet cocktail.
It's just amazing that he has this opinion now, folks. There was a time when it's like nothing over 92 or 86, something like that. Yep. Oh my God. Well, I'm gonna go ahead and rate this one first.
Come on, Brian. Go ahead. Rate that.
Folks, man,
Drinking
this stuff
amazing.
is crazy.
It's only 3 bottles left because I'm taking one.
Crazy. I like the power. I like there's still a playful youthfulness about it. Doesn't get you into some of those secondary flavors that get a little pretentious sometimes, It's still like we drinking bourbon. Let's go,
Yeah, this is crazy.
right? But it has all the warmth. It's making me think about grilling right now, so I think it's very seasonally correct with the smokiness, some of the spices that you have here, the brown sugar, the cinnamon notes, the pepper notes. I'm getting honey flavors. Zoe pointed that out first. Honey, I'm going habanero honey through and through with some little bit of charcoal grill
I think I'm getting a little bit like candy
heat.
yams in there.
I mean, wow, there you go for the fall. I mean, this was a hangout for the fall. Some candy yams with this. Come on, man. But anyway, 8.5.
8.5, folks. That's putting it in some crazy company right here.
Yes, it is.
That goes in some crazy company, folks.
Yes, it does.
I was teetering with the 8.25. I was like, okay, I'm gonna put it at 8 because now I'm putting this in some crazy company. And folks, this is crazy delicious, but I'm gonna go, 8.25. This is
8.25.
delicious.
Okay.
This
Yeah.
breathe a little bit. Like
Yeah. This is a fresh crack,
3 or 4 months,
folks.
3 or 4 months back from this.
Yes,
Oh,
sir.
even better.
Yes,
So I'm
sir.
going 8.25, folks. Go get that for that important male figure in your life, grandfather, dad, whoever. If they drink whiskey, this is a bottle to have, to cherish, to hide when your family come over because you don't want it to disappear. I just gotta throw that out there.
No doubt about it. It's good. It's good. But it's one of those productions where it's so good and these bottlings are so limited and it's at the right price,
I'm
right?
definitely gonna bottle.
It's at the right price right now. We have, 4 more bottles left.
3 more bottles left.
3 more bottles.
4.
3 more bottles.
I'm doing the math for you, folks. There's
Yes,
3
indeed.
more bottles left.
Yeah. Minus this one and minus those bottles. I have to go ahead and X that out of the system for somebody.
Because
to
last time you were supposed to,
buy
you
them all.
didn't.
You're right. Absolutely. That's a problem. But this one is drinking so well. This is the rare character. It's the 2025 batch number 2 straight bourbon whiskey. It's 121.46 proof points. Alonzo gives it an 8.25. I give it an 8.5. It's delicious. I am so happy we opened this one. They've been sitting on the shelves behind me, just teasing me, looking at me, laughing
about 2
at me.
weeks, 2.5 weeks?
Yeah, yep. About three and a half weeks since we had them.
Okay.
Right? We got an initial batch, those sold through. We got another small batch, and those sat for like going on week 2 now. I think come Friday it'll be 2 weeks. No. We just got that last batch last week.
Yeah.
Last Wednesday or Thursday, we just put it in the system. So yeah. Indeed.
It's hard
They're
to finish
drinking
up the
well.
night after drinking that, man. That should have been
Right.
last, man.
Right. It maybe so, but you see these heavy hitters we had it next to?
Yeah, but
Like all these, if you go search them online, they're at 200 plus bucks. 150 plus bucks. Right?
damn, bro.
And so
How we gonna finish the night though?
we switch gears. We switch gears. We're going into the arena of rye and then something else.
Yeah.
Something
Hey,
else
folks,
that
this
he'll
guy-
explain, but something else.
At some point in this show, day, hour, month, week, we have to acknowledge all types of whiskey drinkers.
Okay.
So
Well,
sometimes hit or miss, folks. We're just gonna have to start to like. I keep getting all these calls. People are crazy. At some point, we have to just acknowledge everybody. You know, some people like flavored whiskey, soft whiskey, strong whiskey. You know, some people like whiskey cocktails. They want to venture out. So I was like, why not throw something crazy in there?
Okay.
I had to do it at the last minute because if I'd have told them before I got here, he'd have been like, hell no. You know, like through your teeth, like when your mama say, don't touch nothing in that
like,
store.
what are you doing, bro?
Yeah.
What are you
I mean, but you might be shocked.
No,
It might be good
no.
whiskey,
It would be
background
a
banana,
surprise
and then it might, just for that,
if I was shocked, but yeah,
it
could
could be
happen.
like a Hawaiian banana cocktail, banana pudding cocktail,
That's a
a
stretch.
dessert cocktail.
That's a stretch, but
That's a stretch.
we gonna see. We gonna see.
Don't be
But
biased though.
let me see.
You still drinking the rare character?
I'm still drinking Red
I
Character.
done had a water rinse. My third water rinse. We supposed to be drinking Clyde Mays.
Mm-hmm. Bro.
Mhm.
Yeah. Monkey. It's what we call monkey spirit, bro. Something that you have. Wow. I
What
don't
did he
even
say?
know.
Rent a what?
Rena. Okay. There is a new
It's crazy.
entity popping up. What happened? Wow, I was dropped off my live.
You dropped off your live.
Well, I
What did
dropped
you
off
do?
here. I was scrolling and moved down. But
Boy,
there's
I
something
tell
that's
you.
called, what was it called? Is drop it back in the chat. What was it? What was it? Renadad?
That's
For
what
the
he
weekend?
said?
Yeah.
Rent a dad for the weekend.
He has a new company called Renadad.
That's crazy.
Do all the dad things around the house.
Hey, that's not a
Come
bad
home,
idea.
barbecue for you. You know, take the kids out. Throw the
That's
ball
not a bad idea,
a
though.
little bit. Teach them how to ride a bike. All that. Rent a pop. It's called Rent a Pop. Okay, let's put that Rent a Pop together. Will anybody sign up? Is there a market for it? Anybody in the chat just drop it in. Is there a market for a Rent a Pop? It could be a real thing. It could be a real thing. Folks, we're doing this water rinse, and we're going to get into the last half. I'm going to call it the half because we're really switching gears here.
Yeah, we're switching gears, folks. Let's get into this Clyde Mays cash strength rye whiskey.
Let's run it.
Let's go. When I said 9 years, I didn't think it was going to be this light in color.
It is pretty light.
I was expecting more extraction.
But at the same time, I mean, it's a rye whiskey, right? And, there is a question.
I was expecting this to win me over for Clyde Mays to win me over with this.
Right. We're talking about ex-bourbon barrels, American oak, cherry wood, and French oak chips as well.
You can get the cherry, though. One of those. Cherry wood?
Okay.
Not smoked cherry wood, but I get cherry wood.
Okay, now that takes me into this question. It says 9 years in ex-bourbon cask. So my first question is, was this distilled in the United States?
I had that question too.
Now, folks, if you don't know, then if it's considered an American rye whiskey, it must be aged in brand new American oak casks. We learned with Whistle Pig that those are not brand new American oak casks. We learned with Uncle Nearest Rye, those were not brand new American casks. And when I speak of Whistle Pig, I'm talking about the 10-year, but then that leads into the 15-year, 12-year, and everything else. But those were Canadian whiskeys. Even when we talk about, Found North, Canadian whiskey. There's a lot of Canadian whiskey coming across the border, folks.
Yeah.
So that's the first. You mentioned that it was pale in color, especially sitting next to this whiskey here, which is probably in around the 6-year to 9-year realm, right?
Right.
And you look at this whiskey, that is 9 years.
This whiskey was in.
We're talking about 5.
But it's not a
Yeah.
new cast.
Talking about 5 years for this, right? Exactly. Not a new cast for this one, but it's darker, right? So what is the differentiator here that we are
Right
talking
there,
about?
big as day.
Distilled in
In
Canada. Absolutely.
Boy, oh boy.
Indeed. So this is Canadian 9-year, folks. And nothing wrong with Canadian whiskey coming over and being represented in these American productions. It's just, we have to understand and appreciate what we're getting, right? What we're signing up for. In this case, we aren't signing up for an American straight whiskey, rye whiskey. We've signed up for what they're calling a straight rye whiskey on the back. On the front as well, a straight rye whiskey. But it's Canadian. All right, that makes it interesting. That makes it interesting, folks. Hence the light color. We're at 113 proof. We are talking about 3 variants of wood chip finishings on this.
I opened this yesterday.
American oak, cherry wood, and French oak chips for 4 months. Yeah, how you doing on power? Oh, okay, yeah. Yep. Indeed. So yeah, hopefully everybody can come on back in on the Zoe Cam. Oh, there we go. Hey, while he was doing that, yeah, maple syrup, absolutely. TD, Gillum, what's going on? How are you? Bunny Lewis, how's everything? She's shouting out Alonzo from Bunny Lewis. Nice. He's on. What's happening? TM joined in. What's going on? Yeah, we lost the Zoe Cam for a bit. Chef J Duke, what's happening? He's in the house. Hey, appreciate everybody that's joined in. M Dog had joined in. I miss M Dog. Plain Jane, what's going on? Chase, I think I shouted you out. Maybe Tycoon, what's going on? Steve O. Chris is in the house. Black Butterfly, what's happening? Moni Love. And Rita, what's going on? Kennedy, hello. GGDC just came in the house.
GGDC in the building.
Absolutely. The street lights on. She came on in the house. Soul Wash is in the house as well.
Hey, this is breathing though.
Oh yeah. Nice. What's up, cuz? I see you. TD. Indeed. So, is this a fresh crack? Yesterday. Okay. So definitely in the
fresh
in the round. newly cracked round, right? For sure.
Like
the Clyde Maze, folks. In Clyde Maze. So they are bottling this in New York State, right? But Clyde Maze is, I think the distillery is out of Alabama. Yep.
There's a lot going on with this.
And
I think it's like cold up there, I guess. So the distraction might be like slower, not as intense.
Well, I mean that's why it's useful, to instead of finishing in various barrels, they're using chips, using wood chips for finishing the product, right? And give it extra layers. Something that, wow, wait a minute. I got peanut brittle like that's like a Mary Jane's. That's a Mary Jane's on the first nose.
It's better than yesterday.
That is that Mary Jane candy, peanut brittle.
What else though is that though?
That's Butterfinger.
Yeah.
The core, the brittle of the Butterfinger.
Peanut
Not as
toffee.
toffee. Yep, absolutely. Wow.
It's a little funky though too.
Yeah, that's why I said the Mary Jane, because the Mary Jane always has a little bit of funk,
For real?
But it's man, little Mary Jane candies, man. Oh my gosh. Yeah, they are.
It remind me of what's the
They're like the peanut, salty
my mom used
caramel.
to eat that candy called goodies. You know what I'm talking about? It had
Okay.
like the little soft caramel coating on the outside, like melted down chocolate.
Okay.
Inside was like maybe some nougat and like peanuts or something. It's called goodies.
Nice, nice. GGDC live from Florida. Okay, what part you in?
Or maybe
Southern
that
Florida, Northern Florida, the Panhandle.
or
Where you
maybe
at?
that orange candy on Halloween that came in a solid orange wrapper that nobody really ate and it just smelled like peanuts or something. It was like soft, toffee, chewy. It came in a solid orange wrapper. And then they had the ones that came in a solid black wrapper. Nobody ever ate those.
Oh, okay, yeah, I definitely
But this is
didn't
what
eat
it
them.
smelled like.
But the Mary Janes, absolutely,
Mary Jane, I curse some Mary Jane.
for sure. Every time the ice cream truck comes around,
Candy lady.
man, Mary Janes and Chico sticks, man. Okay, well, let me get back to
This is tasting better than yesterday, but there's so much flavor in the
those
front
great.
palate and it ends in the back palate. And it goes sweet and structured. The transition is sharp. It's not a blending structure. It tastes a little youthful on the end of on the back end of the palate, even though it's 9 years. The back end of the palate is like so youthful.
Mm,
It's so much oak. Man, I get that a lot from Canadian whiskeys. So much oak, especially as the ages go up. And then we're talking about rye at 9.
wow. Yeah, I see what you mean. Everything stays first sip it, especially the spices, but all those layers of the finishing woods really give you some candied extractions. It's much sweeter than what you'd expect from
But
an
it's short. It's
American
short.
rye. It stays all kind of mid palate and forward. So that's what I meant about this one. Like if you go back and you taste this one, there's back palate flavors.
Okay.
Not necessarily all the way in the finish, but like along the palate. This one stays mid and forward. That one was mid and back. Like really, you know, tonsil action falls that, right?
Cinnamon Brother Dre, come get him. Come get
Nah,
him, Slim.
like way back there, like you got your tonsils taken out. Like that's you could drink this. No, I won't say that. You could drink this and have your tonsil taken out, but nah, it won't numb it. This is still very good, so I won't play it down.
I
But
like
this
this
is
better with a drop of water.
okay.
I like this way better with a drop.
Okay,
It became a little
I
more.
might need to pour a little bit more.
It became a little more sweeter and more softer on the oak.
Being reckless, GG, and TD, and being reckless.
Softer on the oak. More rounded. I don't know. It got better with a drop of water.
Nice. Hey, GG, you doing well.
I'm
Gosh,
still not
wish I could have some of that
overwhelmingly
sunshine.
enjoying it like it's like so crazy delicious, but it is better with a drop of water.
Yeah. Well, we're talking about 113 proof, and certainly for some of your other whiskey categories, it's not going to deliver those higher proof points like an American distilled whiskey will, especially those that carry the bourbon or rye Banneker name on the label from the US. This is Canadian whiskey distilled. It's a softer expression. It doesn't quite have the intensities of the cask to really carry, such intensities forward, especially into, the finishing. So they complicate things a little bit, I think, by adding the wood chips, but everything still stays youthful and more forward.
So light.
And it's a much, much, much lighter expression of rye whiskey.
What was they thinking? What was their direction?
Well, I don't know. And then on top of that, this is a 91 rye, 9% malted barley on top of that. So there is some creaminess. It's just you can't necessarily have the same association to American rye.
I'm not
with this
associating
one.
it, but I'm just saying, like, if we think Pendleton, Canadian,
Right.
Um, some of their products are light in body like this, but I don't know.
Mm.
I think there's like some front palate goodness there. You know, it's just the transition
Mm.
mid palate to back palate.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what it just dissipates for me. You know.
Yeah, it's I don't know. I can just associate it with such a lighter profile stylistically that I think as it opens up, it has a softness. It has a little bit of this maple
Yeah.
syrup thing going on.
Yeah. The peanut
An
brittle and all
ABV
that
that's
comes in.
tingly. I'm getting a little less peanut brittle as I go along. Right, initially it was so forward, but now it's kind of in a in a maple syrup forwardness with some spices as you kind of enjoy the finishing. And the finish literally isn't in the finish in the back palate. It's still on your mid palate of the spices that develop.
Wow, look at the rating that Drink Hacker gave it.
Yeah, yeah.
Wow.
Absolutely, yeah. Drink Hacker
That's
gave it a good
whose
shout
review
out.
is that?
That's from Monica with Drink Hacker. It's not
Monica.
it's not Drew or Chris. That's
Monica gave it
Monica.
8.5.
Yeah, that's strong. 8.5. That's strong.
That's
Drink Hacker.
strong.
Indeed. When did she rate this? 2023 though. So that was 2 years ago, July 28th, 2023. Shout out Monica over at Drink Hacker.
That's a strong review.
That is. That is.
I guess I gotta rate it first.
Yeah, you got first on this.
I'm gonna go solid. 6.5. I'm gonna go solid 6.5.
After Monica rated it a 8.5, you going with 6.5, bro?
There's some things that I give an 8.5 that I could never put this in the realm with.
How about a 7.5?
Nah.
Mm.
Now there is a Clyde Maze I'm eyeing that's a 9-year bourbon. The extraction and cut on. That is beautiful. I don't even think this bottle is sitting in the store up on the top shelf collecting dust. Like nobody pays attention to this bottle, so I want to get it.
Yeah.
So I think the extraction on this bottle gives me so much confidence that I'm gonna enjoy it so much. So
The bourbon.
Yeah.
So if
I'm
it's
just
bourbon,
eyeing
that
it.
is definitely American distilled.
Right.
And likely from either one of the bigger names. I doubt it if it's 9 years. It might be MGP or Bardstown, something like that. But at least it's American made. So the
Yeah, I can't wait to
expectation
get that.
should be a little bit different than something that's Canadian distilled, right? I kind of can see where Clyde Mays is attempting to, kind of add some nuance to this whiskey, develop it in a way, add more character to it to achieve greater complexity. But yeah, there are some Canadian distillates that can only take but so much manipulation, And I think with this one, there is an excitement that you get on first nose and first sip, maybe even. But then in drinking it, there is not enough there to give me the depth that will keep me interested and engaged in drinking it. It just becomes ABV that I'm starting to get. Mm-hmm. It's like, okay, I'm feeling that ABV, but in the finish, I'm not still engaged with like, oh, this is like, oh, I'm feeling great, and I still have all these unctuous flavors and all this depth. Nah, it's going a little too lean, but sweet. So if you like sweet and lean, then this is for you.
I'm about to say corn, but it's no corn. It's rye.
It's rye.
There's some sweet. Yeah. There's some creaminess there though too. Though, like there's things about it I like.
Yeah, it's cream, but like if all that you're having for dessert is like the cream, which is usually a topping
Then,
on a heavier dessert,
yeah.
if you only have the cream only,
Then
that's gonna get boring real quick.
you questioning me about my 6.5, and then you say that. So where are you going with this, man? Where you going with this? Man? After you just said that,
I'll give it a.
it's terrible. Anything to make me look bad, boy. I swear. Let me.
No, I caught up. I caught up. I see what you're
I'm
saying.
gonna give him the rope
I
and
see
kick
what
away the chair. That's what he just did. I swear.
I see what you're saying, man. I
I
see what
like
you're
how you did
saying.
that though. You know that was definitely a veteran move.
I see what you're saying. Zoe gave it a 6.5. I gave it a 6.75. Like, I think it's more interesting than some of the other 6.5s that I've given.
What you gonna drink with this? I'm gonna do a straight whiskey sour with this.
Right. And because I don't do a lot of
And you
cocktails,
still went
then
6.75. Okay.
I'm with 6.75 because I think that it's more interesting than most any other 6.5 that I've given. It has a lot of potential, or it had a lot of potential. I think that maybe it's just the oak finishings that they gave it complicated a little too much. Where if it was a 9.5-year-old, just fresh Canadian whiskey with one of those flavoring chips, they did American oak, they did French oak, and they did something
Cherry.
else, cherry oak.
I think it needed
If they
all
would
of
have
that.
just done the cherry oak,
No, they needed all that. If they would have smoked the cherry oak, then we would have been talking about different flavors, and it would have went a different
well,
way.
they would have, the oak would have been at some level of toast, at least, right? But it's too much. It's too much extraction that keeps you entertained initially, but there's not enough depth to it. And so I'm gonna say that for your basic, and I mean, you're talking about price points that are, well, Drink Hacker says it's about $65. Is that true, y'all? Is that true out there?
I don't see it being $65.
$69.99. Someone gives it. Some folks are up at
That's what I'm
$129
saying. It ain't
and
that. It can't be
$149,
that cheap.
$189.
That's the
Are
bar.
these the rise
That's
though?
the
These are
label
the
I'm talking
rise.
about.
Okay, that's the bourbon one right there.
Yeah, that's the label looks like that.
129. Okay. Well, 129, 169, and 129. No, 69.99 to 149. I'm saying. So at 69.99, this is
149.
interesting. This is interesting to have on the bar for folks who it's high proof, but it has all these sweet nuances that
I don't know, man.
it can be attractive to some folks who, especially like Mary Jane and Peanut Brittle.
I mean, if you're an American whiskey drinker, if you're a Canadian whiskey drinker, this is all you. 100%.
Mm.
If you're a Pendleton drinker or maybe some Templeton or something, I can see this being you.
Most Canadian drinkers are, Crown Royal drinkers, so
So this don't appeal to them either, what you're saying?
I would say no.
But what about the Whistle Pig people?
Those aren't really Canadian whiskey drinkers, and that's what this one is trying to be,
You think
but
so?
it's not. I mean, anybody who's bringing a Canadian whiskey in and doing any type of finishing, the blueprint was set with Whistle Pig. Whistle Pig set that blueprint, and everyone is trying to piggyback off of that. I will say Uncle Nearest does a much better job at their expression for what this would be at the low price point.
Understood.
Uncle
So
Nearest
like
I'm
the
selling
rye.
for like for like $60 or so, around $60. Like this one, too many complications, which dumbs the flavor down so much that it just becomes a sweet cream spirit.
All right, folks, let's move
So
on to the
yeah,
rye.
I agree. 6.5. Forget it. 6.25.
Oh, wow.
No, I'm kidding.
It's
I'm kidding.
675. No,
I'm kidding.
675.
I'm staying there.
All right,
But as
folks.
I'm not getting great
What if
enjoyment.
this is a 7.2?
No, you will don't ever pay $80 for this bottle.
Say it.
I can't say that. Oh, I'm
Not
sorry.
like that.
Not like that.
Come on.
You can
now.
pay $120. We can pay $60. I just said don't pay 80. Nah. Hey, GG.
We're drinking the Howler now.
Appreciate
Folks.
that.
I've done a lot
It's
of
all
bourbon whiskeys while
downhill.
waiting for burn.
I knew it was gonna go downhill. I didn't know.
Wow.
Hopefully we stabilize now and we don't hit a sinkhole on this last one. It's a fresh crack.
I don't think it's gonna be a sinkhole. I think we have to open our minds to understand it's a flavor whiskey. So we have to rate it on the flavor whiskey scale. We can't rate it on a Peerless scale, a rate character scale. We gotta rate it on a flavor whiskey scale. Right?
Sure. So, folks, what is the proof on this?
80.
Is 80 proof? Okay.
It's not like 29 or 25
So,
Fireball.
So, let's get this out of the way first. This is Whiskey Wednesday now on a Thirsty Thursday because, once again, my daughters graduated. Two of my daughters, one 8th grade, one 12th grade.
We still want to show you some love.
Want to show everybody love. We still want to come to you. Just couldn't do it on Wednesday. It's coming to you on a Thursday. But this is Whiskey Wednesday / Tasting Thursday. And I guess the association is here because it's not Whiskey Wednesday properly. It's Tasting Thursday. Howler Head is not a whiskey, correct?
It's not a whiskey.
Is it or is it not?
It is.
I don't know. You tell me.
It is. Straight Kentucky bourbon whiskey. See? I didn't bring a fireball type thing and all that. I bought a straight bourbon whiskey.
Okay. I wanted to ask the question. It is Kentucky straight bourbon whiskey with natural banana flavor. So it does. Okay, go ahead and crack it open.
Okay, fresh crack too. See if I'm gonna do it, gotta do it the right way.
I'm gonna have to improve this. We have to improve our little ticker though.
So what you thought I was bringing a liqueur up in here?
It seemed kind of liqueur.
Nah, it's Whiskey Wednesday. I gotta bring whiskey.
Okay, I just had a question.
I'm scared. I just smelled that. I don't know. You know what this smell like?
Howler Head.
Hefeweizen beer. Like it's bubblegum or it's banana. Like true Hefeweizen beer. For those who know what a Hefeweizen beer is.
What is it called? Straight banana? Is it straight Kentucky?
It's Kentucky bourbon whiskey. Why is it so hard for him to believe?
Bourbon whiskey with banana what?
Banana flavor. Why is that so hard to believe, folks? Does Fireball say straight Kentucky bourbon whiskey? I don't think so.
No, it doesn't.
Exactly. So we're already better off.
Wow. I'm impressed. I'm
scared though. I'm scared.
I am that too.
The nose on this, Slim, I'm scared. Listen, this is pale. It looked like beer. You know what this smell like though? Bubblegum. This smells like when you were a kid and you had to take the pink medicine, the penicillin, the pink medicine.
You already poured it? Oh yeah, that's it right there.
We had to take the pink medicine.
Yeah.
Moxicillin or whatever it is.
Yeah.
Bubblegum smell.
Oh my God, you're absolutely right. Wow, but that also smells like, what was the bubble gum? There was
Bazooka. This might
Bazooka bubble gum.
Oh, I'm not smelling banana. Why am I smelling bubble gum?
It's Bazooka all the way.
I don't smell banana.
The Bazooka, like hard gum?
That had the wrap on it with the comic or something.
That's Bazooka.
Why am I not smelling banana though?
But this is also, there was also a banana.
What?
A banana candy of some sort, yeah? Was it a banana candy or a banana drink? It seems like this is associated with so many things from childhood.
You had a banana drink.
Bazooka gum. There was a banana drink. Was it a banana drink though?
Banana Annihilator maybe. That smells just like that.
Later. All those banana flavored candies as a kid. Yeah. That's what we have
You
here.
sip first. you taste this first, because I don't.
It smells like banana number 3687 from the lab.
From the
Nah,
All right, here we go, folks. Here we go. Come on.
nah, let me get serious. But it does smell like all those candies. All those candies.
The bubblegum nose is going away.
Yeah.
As it's breathing,
It's getting more candy. Like,
it's getting more candy and less bubblegum.
this will make a fantastic cocktail, though.
Hold on, folks.
Like a banana
He
pudding cocktail.
totally shunned the fact I wanted this on the show. And now you talking about terrific cocktails.
Yo, a banana pudding cocktail. I'm getting banana pudding now. You know how it's still a little candy? Still a little candy?
It's going from bubblegum to banana now.
Yeah.
It's transitioning. I'm getting crazy banana now. At first,
It's banana pudding to me now. It's still the creaminess, the banana pudding whipped topping, you know?
Right,
A little bit of the vanilla wafer.
But now it's not natural banana. It's candy banana.
It's still not natural banana, yeah.
It's flavor.
I'm still
it's artificial
teetering.
banana.
Yeah, it's true.
That's pretty damn good. For banana real Kentucky bourbon, that's pretty good. You got sweetness, you got banana. You get I still taste the bourbon itself on the finish, kind of. That is not that bad. Go ahead and admit it. That was better than what you thought. That is better than what you thought. I swear. Wow. The nose changed again after the taste.
Bazooka Joe, absolutely. Yeah, baking with it for sure. I mean, it's putting me into a mindset like, okay, if you want to have, an after meal cocktail that replaces a dessert, then
That's not that bad.
then yeah, this will be like a great base. I'm a huge fan of banana pudding. So like this,
I'd rather drink this than Fireball.
oh, for sure. For sure. I mean, that's a low bar though, bro.
I'm just saying in general, when you think about flavor,
I'm sorry, Fireball.
when you think about,
That's part of the
yeah, that's your second
that's
one.
part of
tonight.
Sazerac.
That's the second one you said tonight.
Buffalo Trace and all that. Well,
That's the second
they
one.
don't take care of me anyway.
That's your second low.
Sazerac,
That's your
send some
third.
product.
That's your third one.
Sazerac, send some product. Buffalo Trace portfolio, send product. I always have problems. I got to go through.
Spiked banana bread. I think
Yeah.
this is delicious though. I think this.
No, going back to Sazerac. Folks.
Burn,
Okay, let
burn.
me stop. All right.
Yeah, don't
Let me stop.
put a target.
Absolutely. But the folks who had all the Sazerac, all the Buffalo Trace stuff in here before anybody knew what it was, way back. And now it's such a problem getting it. Sazerac, look into that. Whiskey Wednesday, Chas Liquors.
Shot at it, but,
Yeah, indeed.
I kind of.
And I'm not doing it by buying a bunch of Fireball. Nope.
I enjoy.
I don't even-
God damn, Brian.
Okay, I'm gonna stop now. All right.
I kind of enjoy this though. You know, in the realm of flavor whiskey, this makes the category look kind of good. Let me say it that way. I think this goes in that category as an appreciation. Would I drink it monthly? No. Would I make a cocktail with it? Yes. Is it something I frown upon? Not at all. I think this is an essence of banana. I still taste the bourbon. I think this was done pretty good for flavor whiskey.
Yeah.
Like this is not a. I can't say that. So I can't say that.
Yeah, I guess we gotta tread lightly.
You gotta tread lightly. But this is good for what it is. It's not syrupy.
It's a big viscosity though. It's rich.
It's not a lot of.
Like the legs haven't even formed on that glass yet.
It's not a lot
There's
of
two
sugar.
legs
It's not a lot of
on the
sugar.
whole.
It's not sugary.
It
For the banana flavor to come through.
it's sweet. It's heavy. Banana already is a very consistent, like heavy viscosity product. So like to do this extraction, certainly
I gotta
you're
do
gonna
a,
get
I
that,
gotta do a
but it's not
banana.
like the corn syrup
No, it's
type
nothing like that.
sweetness.
I like the
It
body
doesn't
that
have
comes to
that
this
type of
drink.
viscosity. It has a heavier viscosity than that, but it's not like heavy sweet only
Right.
corn syrup like
I definitely gotta do a
viscosity.
cocktail, a banana cocktail with this.
Bro, I'm saying a banana pudding cocktail, your banana pudding cupcakes. Woo, Gabby birthday coming up.
With this shot in it. No, she can't
Gabby.
have liquor.
Oh,
God
well,
damn, Bert.
cupcakes. I'm saying put it in the frosting, man.
No,
You gonna
Bert,
cook it
can't
out.
go in nothing.
Yeah, you cook it
You don't
out.
cook frosted. Stop what you're doing.
Okay, in the actual
Let's
cupcake.
just leave it.
In the cupcake. In the
Now, I can
cupcake.
put it in the cupcake because it will bake out.
Right, absolutely.
Okay.
Like I'm thinking banana rum cake, right?
This will bake out.
Sis, yeah. Sis,
I
shout
can
out
see
Dr.
that.
O, always does that, right?
I can see
We
that.
love it. So that's what I mean. That's what I mean. In the actual cupcake,
This will bake out.
that will flavor
Why am I getting like mango now?
cake.
I'm getting like mango or some sweet. Oh, yours is gone. You just wanted to get rid of it. But no, look.
Yeah,
It's like sweet mango, like tropical. It went tropical.
did it?
Yo, this smells like mango papaya or something. This is going crazy.
Spiked banana bread, spiked banana pudding, cupcakes, anything that you're gonna do, especially with like for your banana pudding cupcakes. Like, do you introduce the banana only in the frosting or in the batter itself? Like,
I could not tell all those secrets on this live.
but is it the frosting or
I could
the
not tell
batter?
those secrets on this live. All right.
I'm pretty sure it's the batter.
Both.
It's both. Right. Okay. Absolutely. But this in the batter,
But this smells like tropical candy. Like it don't smell like banana no more after been in my glass. It's like mango, papaya.
right? It does. You're right.
This is.
But that's where it brings me back to like bazooka and like
it's none of that no more. It's
some
like
of
going like
the.
Skittles. Like it's going a whole another direction.
Oh, wow.
Just like fruity Skittles, like a handful of Skittles, and you just eat them.
All
like,
flavors.
all the flavors together. Lime or kiwi or
Grape,
some bomb Kool-Aid. Like this is going to
cherry,
cherry Kool-Aid.
cherry.
Another direction.
Nah, that's crazy.
This is way different.
Folks, Howler head,
Howler heads gets respect from me.
monkey,
Spirit. They get respect from me.
It is a Kentucky straight bourbon whiskey
80 proof.
with banana flavoring infusion.
That smells like tropical Skittles. The blue pack. This is the blue pack.
It takes you on a full ride. Takes you on a full ride.
That's insane. Now
That
look,
is. I'm getting so
sip,
much of the purple, like the purple Skittles
my last sip
and yellow Skittles
went
and
straight.
green Skittles.
Straight.
I'm getting the apple,
No
grape.
banana.
I'm getting apple, grape, and lemon
No banana.
Skittles right now. No
No
banana.
banana on my last sip. Like sweet Kentucky. No banana. Candy sweet.
Wherever
like no-
they're getting their banana flavoring, that banana flavoring must be a combination
of
of
Skittles and banana.
the various Skittles flavors. That's what I'm saying.
The banana flavor is a
Whatever.
combination of Skittles.
Yeah,
Hey, yo,
whatever lab
I
they
can't make
created,
this up.
whatever lab they created, this
Oh.
banana flavor, they pretty much they don't have a banana flavor.
They
There's
just
no
put Skittles together
they
to make
put
banana.
the various other flavors together
Hey yo, no more Howler
to make it, because once it opens up,
No more Howler for you.
that's cherry and grape Skittles now.
My last sip tastes like candy whiskey. No banana.
And now later. That's now, ooh, the now later is coming through. That is still banana now later though now. Yeah, I'm getting back to the, once I
All
say it
right,
now later.
folks, let's go ahead and rate this.
Okay, this is getting a little out of
We're gonna rate
out of
this
control.
in the flavored whiskey realm. Oh, who that was? Hey yo, you might just gotta put down like the liqueur section. So flavored whiskey category, I can't say. In that category, I give this I'm going to go flavored whiskey. I'm going 8.75. And flavored whiskey. Flavored whiskey. Not this realm. Flavored whiskey, 8.75. It's not syrupy. It's not over sugar. There, as we know, there was an expression of an array of smells on the nose. There's a transition on the palate that gave me an array of tastes, which makes it complex.
You said at 8 point what?
7.5. In the flavored whiskey realm.
Okay.
In this realm, no, it would nowhere be near that. But in flavored whiskey,
How about in the whiskey realm?
Whiskey round, I'm gonna give this a. It's gotta be like 6.25. In the regular round.
Okay.
Now I know you was looking at me crazy when I said 8.75, but that's not in the whiskey round. All right, folks.
Right.
My brain does work. I'm not a psychopath.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so 2 ratings from you.
Okay. Absolutely. So, where are we at? The Howler.
The Howler.
Wow.
I don't understand how they associate howling with a monkey, but go ahead.
Folks are doing a lot of crazy stuff these days.
Come on, Byron. What's your rating?
The Howler, Monkey Spirit, Kentucky Straight Bourbon Whiskey, infused with banana flavor, 80 proof. We are doing a liqueur versus and a bourbon category rating. Alonzo gives it an 8.75 for the liqueur category. For the whiskey category, he gives it a 6.25.
Right.
I give it for the liqueur category a 6.5 and a 5.
He hates flavor whiskey, folks. He's biased.
And a 5 for the whiskey
You're biased.
category.
That's a bias rating.
Probably so. Man, it feels like I'm gonna have like a serious like non-whiskey-esque aftermath in my
Nah,
head
not from that one
from
sip.
drinking it. I had like more than one sip.
I mean, whatever you had tonight was not
Woo.
6-7 shots. So you'll be all right after that.
Yeah, I will.
Again, folks,
But
I'm saying
hydration is the key, folks.
again, folks,
Especially
I
with
am
drinking
saying
this sweeter
this
stuff.
is not something I'm gonna drink on a monthly basis. It's gonna predominantly be cocktails. But if you like Fireball, you like your sweet whiskeys, you don't like a strong spirit taste, this is easy drinking. It does give you an array of flavors. I would definitely drink this before I drink Fireball any day. So just keeping it real.
Yeah. Well, I think that if you are creative enough to make a cocktail, a flavor cocktail with this in the non kind of whiskey traditional cocktail realm, in the non-traditional cocktail realm, I will say. Like, you know, the more fruit driven, the sweeter, I'll kind of call it the cotton candy world of cocktails, right?
Cotton candy.
The cotton candy world of cocktails, where you expect sugary, sweet, fluffy cocktails. You can make probably an exceptional cocktail with this in that realm.
I'm gonna Google it when I get home.
That's a whole category that you heard first here, the cotton candy category.
Cotton candy category. I can't say that a lot of times.
Yep. There you go. Infusions. Shout out Tez Bulletin right next door. If they do a banana split, milkshake, they do milkshake, like specialty milkshakes, like a banana split milkshake with this, could be fun. Now, as long as it maintained the banana flavor profile, right? Because, of course, they would have a banana liqueur.
You know what this goes
To-
to? Dirty Monkey. When I'm in Cancun and Dominican Republic, my go-to Dirty Monkey cocktail.
What is a dirty monkey cocktail for those of
It's
us
like
who
banana, coffee.
aren't hanging out in Cancun and
I'm sorry.
the
But
DR?
it's like a banana, coffee liqueur, like a cream, like a milkshake, like cocktail. And so you drink those because the banana helps coat your stomach when you're drinking, so you don't get hungover. Like it really helps
But
you
they don't
coat your
do it
stomach.
with actual
Actual
banana.
banana.
Oh, they do it with actual banana so well, but they want this.
I mean, but they put a little bit, you know. So
Yeah,
I'm not
yeah,
really a
sure.
banana guy, so I get mine
Okay.
with banana flavoring.
Uh,
Those who like bananas, they get actual banana.
yeah, okay.
So that's why I said this is
Fantastic.
delicious.
To say the least, this has
To
been
say the
quite the
night.
array of whiskeys tonight, folks, on this Thirsty Thursday. Has it not, Zoe?
Yeah, we have toasted. We went Canadian. We finished with dessert. All we need now is some Fernet, some botanical, and then we just finished, you know, and we were sitting at a dinner
Oh,
table.
okay. Okay. Oh, there is a species of banana called the Howler monkey. Is that what you're saying, Gigi?
Wow, a species.
There's a species of
A
banana
banana.
called the Howler
Howler
monkey.
monkey.
If that's the case, oh wow.
Now it makes
We've
sense.
elevated the absolutely. We've elevated
All
this
right, folks,
event.
I guess we'll see you, in 7 days? On Whiskey
Yeah,
Not Thirsty
absolutely.
Thursdays,
Well,
but
6 days, I guess, right?
6 days from here.
6 days. Now
Wow.
we're on Thursday. But we're going to venture back towards maybe some other whiskeys in the lineup. I'm going to retaste this rare character, the limited release, second batch number 2 of the 2025 releases.
And there's only going to be 3 more bottles left because I definitely need one.
Yes, indeed.
I'm going to
You
venture back to it.
You heard Zoe. You heard
I
Zoe.
don't need that much, though, but
Okay, I mean, we're going to ride the night out with this one.
yeah. I'll leave some for another day. Wow.
Indeed. What he said. Yo, this is beautiful. It's like even coming from this, low ABV suite, going back here.
I like how you say that.
No ABV.
He's about to put an H in front of the S. He was. That drink is so good.
Mm.
Yes.
Yep, go ahead and pull your bottle now.
3 bottles left, folks. I'm telling you. Give me a bottle.
Wow.
I'm just going to send my receipt to somebody for reimbursement.
Indeed. But even like during this time of the year, we're at 120.
Yo, this
1.46
is drinking so smooth. It's crazy.
Oh, let me get rid of all these tickers and so forth. But yeah, this bad boy is drinking so beautifully, even, in 70-degree temps. What will end up very soon, I think, in the next few days, or maybe next week, being 80-degree temps.
Mm-hmm.
Like, this shows no ABV. This is a high proof that is so easy.
This in a old fashioned or Manhattan.
We should try with an old fashioned.
It will go crazy.
We should literally do it with an old fashioned. We don't have any
next week. Amaro right there. That's some good Amaro too. Ooh, that's good.
Oh, we can even make a Manhattan. There's
that's
some vermouth right there.
I'm sorry, I said Amaro vermouth.
That's vermouth. Shoot, let's make.
Is that Amaro right? Amaro right there. That's good
Amaro
too.
Yeah, indeed. Let's do a little Amaro.
This guy here.
Let's do a little Amaro,
Okay,
little vermouth, and where are those cherries?
Those not open, are they?
There was a bottle that was. I may have some open cherries around here, folks. If I do. Boom, right here.
Oh, wow.
I've got some good Luxardo cherries. Okay, and we're just gonna have to eyeball it. Grab the vermouth as well, bro.
Yeah, that vermouth is so delicious.
Yeah, I'm talking about the Perucci Gran Reserva vermouth from Spain, folks. It's a Spanish vermouth. Wow, I'm just gonna, without the ice, we maybe have some ice right there in that fridge. Do half whiskey, quarter vermouth, quarter Amaro. That's enough there. I need a little bit of bitters, right? Let's see, we have some bitters around here. We have orange bitters there. I would, I think orange bitters could be fun, but if we could maybe just have some aromatic bitters around, that could be fun too. I may have to default to what we have. More orange bitters there. I may not be able to come up with the standard aromatic bitters, or at least not in time, folks.
Oh man, making cocktails on the run right now. I see.
Indeed.
Right,
So we have orange bitters here.
Orange bitters. Wow.
Yep.
King Floyd.
So of course, half whiskey, a quarter vermouth, a quarter Amaro.
And folks, you gotta go light on this. These are premium, high quality products, not oversaturated cocktail at all. These are delicious products. Brian is going crazy over here looking for whatever he's looking for. This, folks, this vermouth right here is one of my favorites. I'm sorry, you can't see it right. We'll add it in the comment. This. That.
Okay, we're gonna enjoy it with some orange bitters for now.
Orange bitters? Oh wow. That's hard to pour there, Brian. You're not good with the water, so there you go.
It's just all we need is a couple drops.
I only need probably like 1 or 2, maybe.
Indeed. Now this is what's going to be a problem. Take a nose first. Ooh,
2 drops.
Nose is already gorgeous.
Orange bitters.
Yep. Shout out Clean Floyd's out of California, a premium bitters company.
Oh man, rose. Orange bitters. Baby something glass. Wow.
Okay, and of course the Luxardo maraschino cherries, though. You gotta have one of those in there too, buddy.
1 cherry and a little bit of syrup.
Just a drop. Boom.
Because Black Manhattan. That's like my favorite.
It's indeed.
Folks, we went from drinking Howler to making
that napkin right there.
To making cocktails.
Right? How'd that happen, man? You inspired it, I think. Yo, these Luxardo cherries, they will leave crazy stickiness behind. Already smells great, bro. If it was cold, maybe with 1 cube.
In case you're wondering what
it'd be great, but who needs it cold?
That is a cocktail in front of you, folks. Oh, that's too easy to drink. Wow. This would be this is like a $40 cocktail at the bar. Your microphone. This would be like I can't. No, sorry about that, folks. This is like a $40 cocktail. Wow. There's some maltiness, there's sweetness. That rose comes through. Orange comes through. I might like this cocktail. Better than I like my Black Manhattan. Now I'm a huge biased Black Manhattan fan. Oh, we get an ice cube. It's over. Yes.
Got your ice cube, bro. Folks, it's Thirsty Thursday. You know, there's a
DJ L
cocktail.
Boogie, where you at? We haven't
Wow.
seen you. Bring 2 or 3 of them good bottles we got sitting on the shelf. Come join Whiskey Wednesday. DJ L Boogie and call you out. Hope this guy, DJ L Boogie, comes through with some good bottles. Big support. Kind of jealous of his stash of whiskey he has. But yeah, come through, bring some of them whiskey bottles, sit on Whiskey Wednesday. Formal invite. You got 2 months, because I know you travel a lot, you're a busy man. You got like 2 months. Man, this is smelling so herbaceous. You get like tea. I think my ratio might be off a little bit. I might need more whiskey. But,
Oh, you went a little heavy on
I didn't go heavy,
other
but
products?
I think I started with a light pour because I was already drinking.
Mm.
But, man, folks, this is 100% alcohol cocktail. There's no juice in it. Please drink responsible.
Oh, indeed,
Drink
indeed,
water,
indeed.
because these cocktails are serious. They will.
But I think it goes back to what you're saying, especially if you're making black martinis. I'm sorry, black Manhattans.
Mm-hmm.
If you're making black Manhattans, you don't need a low proof spirit.
No, you gotta have a high
Right.
proof spirit. Gotta have
This one is 121.46.
Yeah.
The Rare Character Limited Release 2025. Batch number 2.
3 bottles left.
Beautiful in a black Manhattan.
Yeah.
And DJ L Boogie, what's going on, man?
I talked to him.
Definitely
I called
miss
him
you.
out.
Yeah. Nice. I had to say what's up too, though.
Oh, Burn.
Mm-hmm.
Countdown.
Mm.
Let's just talk about the countdown.
Hey, folks, you know, the countdown list is still well and live at chatsdc.com.
Oh, the Rio's gone. The countdown
Rio is
works.
gone.
The countdown works, folks.
The Rio
I'm telling
is
you.
gone. Like
There's
the
some
cheapest that anyone has ever bought a Rio.
Take advantage
Period.
of these savings. Holidays coming up. Stock your bar. Stock your wine cellar, folks. The countdown at Chats DC, folks.
Indeed.
If you're not shopping on there, you're losing.
For sure. Well, what I'm going to end up doing, you know, in time as these.
Because I'm a little sweet.
Yeah, go for it.
This is splash.
As the Countdown Club is just been working so very well. There'll be some newer items that we're getting in that will kind of automatically hit the Countdown Club. So look out for that. Go to chatsdc.com/countdown and check those out. Some whiskeys that are on that Countdown Club have just been scaling down in price. If you're a wine drinkers as well, same. There are other spirits on the countdown list that include rum, gin, tequila, so forth and so on. So we're going to continue to develop that. Like literally the last week has gotten a lot of attention when it comes to the Countdown Club itself.
Yeah.
And we're going to be updating and are you right now?
Right.
Nice.
Countdown
and updating
Club.
the Countdown Club again tonight.
Dang, why am I not here for the saying?
Exactly.
I don't even know the end of the saying. I guess the end of the saying is the best part. Then
You're
it's what's
right.
more important.
You're right.
Wait too long, and it might be
And it
gone.
might be gone, folks. Absolutely. But we'll
Folks.
go here to the countdown club. Like literally tonight, we're going to count down another week. I'm going to show off the $10 countdown club right now as we
Wow,
speak.
that'll be
Let
$80
me
off
give
next week.
you, yeah, let me give you
$80
a,
off.
let me give you a full view of this countdown club
$80 off
situation.
of Calumet
So
16.
yeah,
Insane.
folks.
Insane.
So already it's $70 off the 179.99 for a
$100.
16-year-old Kentucky straight bourbon whiskey. Literally tonight it's gonna drop down another $10. So wait for uh wait for that to happen or not, right? Or not.
Or not.
Like literally, when that happens, people might hear it and they'll say, "Hey, $70 is good enough for me. I'll get that at 110." But if not, 99.99 will be the price point. Who has ever
That's
purchased a
crazy.
Calumet
16 for
16-year-old
100
at
bucks.
that price point?
Nobody.
Nobody.
I gotta watch Mike sneaky.
Mike,
Mike is
yeah.
sneaky. I gotta watch him.
Yeah, yeah. But also on that list, I think we have one bottle remaining of such an amazing Montagny Premier Cru Burgundy. Literally, folks, that is $60 off. It's literally $39.99 for Premier Cru White Burgundy. That's crazy. Way beyond insane. It will be another $10 off after tonight.
I might need
Like literally crazy.
I might need this. I was
Oh,
on
you
the
took it
table.
all?
It was on the table.
Oh, okay. Okay.
All
Yeah,
right,
they can
folks.
still kind of
I'm
hear
back on
you.
the mic, folks. I'm sorry. If you didn't hear me, I didn't have the mic on. I'm sorry
They can
about that.
probably still hear you a little bit. We need to turn that volume up though. There we go.
All right, here we go. I'm back on the mic.
Absolutely. He's back. He's back.
But that
Bacta
Premier
2014 Army at Cask. If y'all have
Under 100?
seen, yeah, man. Absolutely. It'll be under 100.
No, over 100. It'd be 60. It'd be
Okay.
110.
110. Yep. Absolutely.
That's still not bad for that.
For
For
sure.
2014.
For sure.
This right here.
Yep. That's the
Folks, that is
bourbon finished in
delicious.
1976, I believe, or 73
Delicious.
vintage Armagnac casks. What Raj Peter Bacta is doing with this Bacta lineup in Hogsworth is just amazing. Get these for super low. I know he's been like Instagram blasting with the 2011 vintage that he has coming out. And maybe that's already in the marketplace, as well as the Hogsworth Batch 2 that we have on the shelf, folks. That one's literally on the shelf right now. The Hogsworth Batch number 2 right here. Phenomenal. 60% bourbon blended with 40% vintage Armagnacs. Vintages from 2013, 2011, and 1982. Yeah, literally
My brother was
40%
born that year.
in 82.
Yeah.
There you go. Absolutely. Well, he can come and enjoy. Was anyone born in 1928? That
If
you
you
know?
were born in 1928 and you're still alive, I want to shake your hand.
Indeed. Shout out to a couple of my uncles and family members that 1928 was a very important year. A lot of them have
Set you up for success.
Yeah, absolutely. Just lay down there. Such a beautiful foundation for me. Absolutely that. But 1928 is represented. But the 2014, which is this bottle here of the bourbon, folks, it's on the Countdown Club. Check out the Countdown Club. You don't want to miss it.
Wow.
Grab those whiskeys.
What if, let's just say, we're enjoying this amazing cocktail tonight.
Yes, indeed.
What if there was a cocktail package discount? All these went to this delicious drink. What if there was a cocktail discount?
Well, I think there's an opportunity to do something like that, man. We have to develop it. Matter of fact, we're in the talks with Todd Schneider over at Forager Wines. And of course, our great friends from Lost Whiskey Club.
Okay.
Who is distributed in the DC market. So any restaurateurs that want to get on board with Lost Whiskey Club, single barrel bottled bourbons. The mainstay are 2 recipes, the high heavy wheat recipe and the high rye recipe bourbons. Get on board, call Todd Schneider at Forager Wines. But we are gearing up for a Vermouth Amaro tasting very soon, using, and it's a class as well. We'll have a class across Vermouths and Amaros.
He has amazing liqueurs, folks.
Right.
Amazing. I get a lot of my best liqueurs for my cocktails at home for my friends and family from Todd.
No doubt.
Hand in hand, he is experienced. His palate is amazing. He does his thing. Can you hear me about that Lost Whiskey?
From the
Can you hear me about that Lost Whiskey?
From the new
from that nightstand that Matt made. And I'm only picking this up, folks, because these red antlers signify some amazing liquid in them. There's a leather strap on here. It's 375s. It's all single barrels, so no barrels taste alike. There's a consistency of flavor and quality, but no bottle tastes the same. Hence single barrel. This is an amazing Father's Day gift.
Oh my God. Each and every time.
Sometimes this comes off, it's on your belt. You put it on your keychain. You leave it on your bottle. Every bottle in that barrel is the same, but not every barrel is the same.
Yeah.
And so for around, what's around? $30? Around $30.
34, $35.
This is an amazing Father's Day gift. For those who, even if they don't drink whiskey, it might be an introduction into good whiskey. This is amazing.
Sure.
This is a personal, amazing Father's Day gift.
Yes, indeed. And let's shout out, the fellas, Nick and Mark, or Mark and Nick, as you kind of see them on your screen, of Lost Whiskey Club. Of course, our third party, the third leg of this Whiskey Wednesday.
So positive tonight. Matty Ice, we miss you.
M-Dog Stennett himself is now part of Lost Whiskey Club Distillery. He is out doing events tonight, so he couldn't join us. But hey, folks, I mentioned before that we're setting up some little field trips out to Lost Whiskey Club. Literally, no more than 30 minutes outside the city. You can be there. You can have fun with us. We might be doing some barrel samplings. We might be putting together a single barrel with Mark and Nick out there at Lost Whiskey Club.
I hope I'm there.
Yeah, man, absolutely. You got to be there, bro. You got to be there for sure. And it's going to be such a phenomenal time. And, I mentioned my buddy Todd Schneider.
Todd!
Indeed.
Hey, that's my brother from another mother. He definitely is. I love him. He's an amazing guy, very knowledgeable, very smart, friendly person, and he knows his stuff.
Indeed. Shout out Todd Schneider of the Forager Wines. Todd has recently picked up Lost Whiskey Club as one of his partnerships, his first partnership in the actual whiskey and pure spirit game. Of course, the Amaro's lower spirit, the Vermouth's lower spirit, he's done those, but Lost Whiskey Club and Forager Wines teaming up, partnership made in heaven. It's a beautiful thing, man. It's a beautiful thing. It's great. So we are certainly looking forward to having some amazing times very soon with the Amaros and Amaris, the Vermouths from Todd, paired up maybe with a cocktail or two with the whiskeys from Lost Whiskey Club. That's going to be such a phenomenal time.
My
I just
man,
can't tell you how good of a time that's going to be. So please join us. And goodness gracious, if there's like one other shout out that I want to give, I'm going to give that in a few moments. But please bear with me because we had the pleasure of this weekend being out and about in the field, as we sometimes do. And just having fun when opportunities arise to support brands out in the field and to kind of be kind of a bit of a ambassador. Yeah,
that's
to
the word
brands, right?
That's the word I thought you was looking for.
Yeah, to be a bit of an ambassador to brands. And literally we had an opportunity this Saturday night to do such thing. While there was one of my favorite distillers in town. But before we get to that, maybe this one will pop up. Let's see if it does. I hope that it does so. There we go. Let's share that. All right, folks.
Wow, Matty Ice.
Yeah, you see Matty Ice out there? You see Matty Ice?
Who's with Matty Ice?
Indeed. Well, there's Graham there in the picture with Matty Ice.
That's definitely Graham.
Shout out to Graham for certain. But we are just having some fun. We ended up just making a little escape to Georgetown. And in this escape to Georgetown this past weekend, we stopped by a little place in Georgetown. And gosh, do I remember the name of this place? This was a little spot that we happened upon. And bear with me, folks. How's that Manhattan treating you?
Gone.
It's gone?
Yeah, it was good, folks.
Was it good? Yeah. Indeed. I'm buying some time as
We might have to, folks. I think there might be a quarterly cocktail bundle discount program.
Okay.
That sounds fun. Quarterly.
Yeah. Okay, yeah, that would be great. Yeah, we
4
have to put
times
that.
a year.
But we're at Chez Billy Sood in Georgetown. They're at 1039 31st Street, Northwest Washington, D.C. Like, literally, we had word that Chez Billy Sood, a French restaurant, but we were at the bar side. We heard they had Lost Whiskey Club. We go in, we ask the bartender. Unfortunately, it's so new that they weren't even aware. So I scanned the bar that's sitting there behind us in this picture. I saw a bottle that looked naked, that looks just the style of what Lost Whiskey Club does in the 750 milliliter bottles. And I said, hey, that might be the bottle right there. He went 3 rows back, saw it, and it was about half full. We killed that bottle that night. It was phenomenal. It was phenomenal event. So go to Chez Billy Sood in Georgetown on 31st Street. Once again, the address is, I still have that up, 1039 31st Street, Northwest, D.C. And ask for Lost Whiskey Club. Like, literally, the bourbon was so great. We met a gentleman, Bill, or Billy, I think his name was, and he is an actual professor of hospitality. And so his interest is around hotels, bars, restaurant industry, all around hospitality, so he knows the bar scene. We had a wonderful rapport about the branding for Lost Whiskey Club, and we shared the whiskey with him, and he was just
Sounds like a good night.
blown away, absolutely blown away. It was a fantastic night, and shout out to Glenn Price from Black Draft. We met Glenn out there.
Black Dragon Whiskey.
He was in town. Oh man!
Shout out to you guys. We love y'all. Good whiskey, good price,
Indeed,
good people,
for sure.
good, nice distillery. Go visit it.
A
It's only about 2 hours outside
functional
of where you
distillery,
are.
like literally an hour and a half.
Yes, folks.
No more than an hour and a half outside the
Go
city.
see those folks. They're good
Indeed,
people.
indeed.
And good whiskey.
So we're going to do a field trip out there with him as well. But such a great night it was. Smoked a couple stogies and had some good whiskeys. That's always a great night. So with that said, we're going to sign off on this Thirsty Thursday.
Thirsty Thursday.
For sure.
I only had nothing.
Zoe,
Glass.
I appreciate you. Man, pour more of that rare character, man.
I'm
That'll
about
sit
to the
well with the
Peerless.
chair. Okay,
Peerless.
the Peerless. Nice.
Just a splash of Peerless. Just enough to toast. Just enough to toast, folks.
With a bit of that cherry in the glass.
Yeah.
Let's see how that accents.
All right, here we go.
Cheers, brother.
Cheers. We're signing out. We'll see you in 6 days.
In 6 days.
Whiskey Wednesday.
On a Wednesday.
And I am going to bring some good bottle to the table.
Mm-hmm.
I was just in the house. I said, I got good whiskey to drink. Great whiskey I don't want to drink. But I have no great whiskey to drink. So now I'm going to have to go get a great bottle of whiskey to drink next Wednesday.
Mm-hmm.
So, go.
Everybody, we'll see you in 6 days.